give my husband 2 options for a baking dish. There's other methods in which he can use to bake the bread, but we will see which one he selects. So the bread has risen, and it rose like within an hour. So what we're going to do, David is going to flour the board. There's a little flour on there already. He's going to put a little bit more on there. Okay. And you can plop the dough on there. Yes. Okay, and then put a little flour on the top. You can sprinkle it out with your fingers. You have more control that way. And then kind of rub it in, all that. All right. Nice job.
Okay, now what?
When we go to punch it down, don't beat it up. Just punch it down once. Yeah. Fold in.
This way?
Yeah.
And this way?
Correct. Right. And that way, yeah. Okay, and what I want you to do is select the options that I gave you for a baking dish. We can remove this pan here. We'll wash that up. And so what I want you to do is...
It's ready to bake. You don't have to rise again?
It's going to rise again, but we're not ready to bake until we put it in the next unit.
Okay.
So grab the pan that you're choosing. Is it a regular baking dish? Ooh, we want to do an artesian looking. Okay, so you will have to do the same thing with that pan as you do with the bowl that you did. So you're going to have to rub some butter into it. Now, those who are watching, we use butter or lard. That's how we butter things. And then we're going to put that in there and it'll rise. Again, if you choose to use other stuff, that's up to you. This is just our preference. We find that we have less issues, health issues, like upset stomachs and that kind of thing. See what he's got going on in there. Lots of butter.
I like butter.
He likes butter. And that, when the bread comes out when I make it, he always says he can taste the butter. And that's what he's doing right now. He gets really intense with this. Serious stuff. He got his haircut. Do you like your haircut?
I do.
Good. Okay, so now you take your loaf and you put the seam that's facing up and you put it down. Correct. And you can fold it again if you wanted to, but you put it in there and you cover it again. And that has to rise because you've already punched it down.
Same one?
You can. I would get another one because that's wet, but it's up to you. One moment, please. No, it's still in there. Go down a shelf.
Ah, yes.
You did that so smooth. And so we're going to let this rise again. Like I said, the first one rose like within an hour. We gave it an hour and a half. But now we're going to let it rise for another hour or until it rises to the top again. How do you feel about that?
I like bread.
Okay. All right, we'll see where we go from there. We just got to clean this up and then we'll be back. And here the loaf is almost ready to go into the oven. It has doubled in size. So once the oven is completely warmed up, we will put it in for 35-40 minutes. And then we'll be back to show you its completion. Well, the bread is coming out of the oven. Take a look at it. Ooh, pretty. So what we're going to do now, the bread, David said, is loose, so we don't even have to go around the edges. Ooh, and even the bottom looks good. And then the next thing we're going to do is he's going to put butter on top, and then his loaf is ready. But we'll do a slice through too to show you what it looks like. And remember that we put it in a pan that was well greased with butter. So this whole loaf will have that nice buttery flavor. Okay.
Is that good?
It looks great. Okay. So we're gonna, it's only been out for less than a minute maybe.
Oh, 2 or 3 minutes now.
Okay. So we're gonna do a slice. I wouldn't go straight in the center unless you want to, because it'll go, yeah, just do a little bit so we can see what it looks like inside.
Still hot.
That's what happens when you take it out of the stove. Am I in your way?
Well, a little bit, but not your fault.
What's it look like inside? Oh, wow. I'll lift up the piece of bread. Nope.
This one?
Okay, that'll be fine. That looks great, David. That's perfect. So I think he's going to have this little piece here. You can put butter on it, and I bet you that'd be a nice little treat for making the loaf of bread. And then what he'll do is he'll use that bread as for lunch sandwiches this week. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So you're spoiled. Actually, he's not spoiled. He did all the work. So that's his bread. That's his first. That's your second lesson in bread making.
Mm-hmm.
So is it good? Oops, you're too close.
It's really good.
See, you do good.
Want a bite?
Not right now.
Okay.
Great job, David.